Canadian winemakers may have to start paying extra federal taxes next year after a successful fairness challenge by Australia at the World Trade Organization. As Lisa Hepfner reports, Niagara grape growers say they won't be able to afford the extra 50 cents a bottle and won't be able to compete with higher prices.
Excise taxes were removed from wine made with 100% Canadian grapes back in the mid-2000s to help support the domestic industry. Paul Speck has been with Pelham Estate since it opened in the 80s and remembers the consequences.
Right across the country, 500, 600, 700 new wineries have developed since then. They've never paid this tax. So it's going to be a devastating hit, and it's about 65 cents a liter, which may not sound like a lot, but the wine business is very competitive. And that's millions and millions of dollars.
Australia challenged the Canadian exemption at the World Trade Organization a couple of years ago and negotiated a settlement a few months ago. Speck doesn't know why Australia is concerned about its share of the Canadian market.
We're very frustrated by Australia because, first of all, they have the same tax. So it's just bizarre to me that you would go after a small wine country like Canada. Australia is 100 times or more our size in wine. And so you're going after, it's like the bully picking on the small guys, and they want more access. And we're not opposed to that. We believe in free and fair trade. But for them to come after us, it just seems petty and mean-spirited. I really don't understand it. We don't sell an ounce of wine in Australia.
Niagara wineries have lost basically all of their event and tourism business during the pandemic, but established brands like Pelham have been able to make up some of the difference with more retail wine sales.
We're pretty well distributed in the LCBO and grocery stores, so that's been a win for us.
Speck says people are looking for convenience and wines they already know. They don't want to shop around lingering in a store. So some wine businesses have been hit harder than others and may not survive an added tax burden. He says the Federal Agriculture Department is working on a solution and has promised to support the industry before the tax goes into effect in June of next year. Lisa Hepfner, CHCH News.